times like this can be real hard. I just wanted to kind of share my thoughts with you. So as you all know, I did have my super match with World Champion Vazgen Soghoyan, and I have to say I have my utmost respect for him and the gentleman that refed us and the organization, the Ultimate Arm Wrestling League that put that on, and the Kenny Bostic Memorial that put the entire event together, and Billy Williams and everyone else involved that I'm forgetting their names. So I just want to absolutely say that first and foremost. But I think these kind of thoughts are really important because flying across the country, driving 2 hours after flying 8 hours, 10 hours of travel, flights, hotels, foods, cutting weight, showing up to an event with your heart and soul invested in it. I mean, if you're an athlete in this sport, you don't always get what you want, right? You don't always show up as prepared as you think you are. Sometimes they just show up more prepared. So I wanted to kind of give you my thoughts and where my head's at. Number one, Vazgen Soghoyan is an incredible arm wrestler. Like, I'd love to tell you guys that the refs gave me, a bad shot, but I'll tell you, Chris Collins and Scott Wynn were the refs, and they did an incredible job. Like, those guys deserve the utmost round of applause because to deal with a top roller and a hook puller, just battling for that setup, I mean, you can't ask for a better setup those guys would have gave us. So I have nothing negative to say about that at all. But the fact of the matter is, I was out arm wrestled. I mean, I felt strong. I even really felt solid when we locked up. I mean, even when we were setting up, I knew that I was going to rely on my explosiveness. I knew I was going to rely on my speed, and I think he knew that. I mean, unfortunately, I am predictable. So he slipped. He put me in the straps. He made it a point to really load up with me. He needed to slow down the match, and I mean, I'll tell you, he did that. And by the time I kind of understood what was going on, and I mean, I set up to not let him slip, to make sure I had some sort of press lined up. And the guy he sets up and top rolls me. He even said he's like, I set up and pulled a push car on you. That hurts. I mean, it hurts big time. I mean, big time. I mean, we set up this event after Nationals literally like a year ago, and it did get postponed, but I mean, I've had a year to think about this. It's been in my head. I mean, the guy haunts my dreams. I mean, I'm trying to put myself out there as the 70 kilogram, 154 pound national champion, best in the United States, and soon to be best in the world. And this guy's in my way. I mean, in such a big way. So, what I want to kind of say to you guys is, does this motivate me? Does this hurt me? Guys, this is the reason I train so hard. This is the reason why I go to the gym. This is the reason why I show up to arm wrestling practice more than once a week. This is why I go 2 to 3 times a week. This is why when I move, the first thing I do is find an arm wrestling team, because I love this shit. I love this sport. I want to be the best at it. And unfortunately, winning the past 3, 4, 5 events, whatever it may have been, didn't help me get better. I mean, it made me feel good, but it didn't help me get better at all. This is that moment. Like, this is truly that moment that I promise you guys, 6 months, a year from now, you're going to see a completely different Sam Pofcher. I mean, it is going to be an anomaly, and I'm going to come back with an absolute vengeance. So, losing sucks. That's a fact. So I want to kind of just, update you guys a little bit, because I did mention that I blew up my left elbow. I did compete in the 0 to 165 class, and I absolutely had the pleasure of pulling Roman Gromov. Vazgen Soghoyan. I mean, you look at the list, guys, those are the 2 top 154 guys. I mean, that Jeff Hale. So, to get to show up to an event, get to link up with these 2 guys was a killer. My right was pretty beat after pulling Vazgen, so I don't have much to say about that. But, we all know that my left is, my hand. So Roman and I linked up. I don't know how he pulls. I've never arm wrestled him. I didn't know if he was going to top one, he was going to hook. He slammed into a top roll, and I felt his hand just give. And he was really smart. I mean, he looked at me with his hand bent back, and he didn't slip. He just went full in, banged into a hook, and I caught him. I didn't move at all, but I'll tell you, my pronator, my elbow, I mean, it blew up. I mean, I unfortunately elbow fouled and blew the round, but I mean, I completely lost all my pronation and side pressure. And when we linked up again, he just hit into me, and I felt 2 pops, and I just couldn't. I couldn't do anything in there. So I did end up linking up with him in the finals. And I mean, once again, I just smashed right into a hook, because I knew that he wouldn't be able to slip, he wouldn't be able to get me the straps, and be able to kind of use the superior quality of my hand. And as soon as we went the hook, he just surged, and I held him, but I could just feel my elbow wasn't going to hold on, and I started pronating, and I felt his hand go, but I just didn't have it. I knew I was going to get hurt, so I had to let it go, which is super upsetting, because I mean, like I said, huge opportunities in front of me to really just kind of make that imprint. But just kind of looking at it all, this is that moment where it's now no bullshit. I mean, I'm gonna look at my training on a whole new level. So guys, I mean, the moral of the story is losing sucks. My left elbow is kind of out of commission for a little bit. Let's cross my fingers that like 2-3 weeks from now, I'm feeling a lot better. I've worked with a lot of coaches on how to kind of heal these type of things and what kind of rehabilitative exercise to do. If you need help with that, I mean, I'd absolutely shout out my coach Reza Delmaganian. I mean, the guy is an absolute mastermind. He truly knows what he's doing when it comes to arm wrestling recovery. So if you do have any injuries in your elbow, I mean, he's personally helped me go through it in my right, and it's completely fine now. So I'm not intimidated. I'm not worried. I know this is going to be something that I get through. Secondarily, you know, this year, do I have anything in the works moving forward? No. So expect me to just get a lot stronger. All right. That's pretty much it, guys. I appreciate your time. Thanks for tuning in. Those are my post-match thoughts, and I really just want to kind of, you know, it's not necessarily about inspiring you guys, but it's reminding you guys that losing sucks no matter what level you're at, no matter who you're going against, whether it's your first arm wrestling match, whether it's the match you've been thinking about for your entire life. But don't let these things hurt you. Let them make you great. All right? Thanks.